So we are going to create our checklist under the status in column C over here. To do that, please click anywhere in the cell, head over to the developer tab on your ribbon, and if you're not seeing the developer tab on your ribbon because it's not there by default, then right mouse click anywhere in your ribbon and go to customize ribbon. When this Excel options dialog box opens, under the main tabs, you're going to see the developer tab over here. For your case, because it was not previously showing on your ribbon, it will not have a check mark besides it over here. Please place a check mark and click OK, and it will show up on your ribbon. And when you click on it, go to the insert button, click on the down pointing arrow, and under the form controls, choose the checkbox form control. Then come over to the cell and start drawing your checkbox. Try to place it right. After drawing it, by default, it will show a weird name over here. You have the option to go ahead and edit. By right-clicking and click on Edit Text, you can erase this weird name and, for example, put your own text, click outside the cell, and there you go. If then you'd like to copy this checkbox to the rest of the cells, you click in the cell, on your fill handle, drag to the rest of the cells, and there you go. If your goal was just to create a simple checkbox and you don't want to do anything with the result of the checkbox, then you're done. That's all you have to do. But if you want something to happen when the check mark is placed in the checkbox, then you need to do this one more settings. Right click on the checkbox and head over to Format Control. You can decide to put your results for when a check mark is placed outside the cell that contains the checkbox. For example, I'm going to use cell link D5. Click OK. And when we place a check mark inside our checkbox, it returns a true value, as you can see in cell D5. If you remove the check mark, it returns a false value in cell D5 as well. To keep things clean, I will shift my results when a check mark is placed to live inside the cell that contains our checkbox. I change the cell link to C5. I click OK, and when I place a check mark, you will see a true value beneath our checkbox. Although this is not looking so nice, I will click in the cell and change the font color for our true value to white, so it will be taken away and I have a neat and clean checklist. Let's go ahead and add cell links for all these other checkboxes. And after doing that, and when you place a check mark in our second column, you will see the true or false value showing up beneath our checkbox. So you can go ahead and select these cells and give the font color white, and that one will take away our true and false value in the cell. So what we need to do next is to make sure we use the true and false values that are showing beneath our checkbox to trigger an action that will highlight our course name over here to show it as either finished or not yet finished. And to do that, we shall use conditional formatting. We highlight our cells. On your home ribbon tab, head over to conditional formatting, create a new rule, and we shall use a formula to determine which cell to format. So we shall come over here and say equals this cell over here, and then we want it formatted in a gray font color, and then we add a strike through effect. Click OK, click OK once again, and when we place our check mark over here, you will see our course name grayed out and a strike through effect applied. We can place a check mark in our second column. Yes, there you go. It's working properly. The beauty is that you can also use this in other formulas. For example, if I want to look at outstanding courses only that have not yet been finished, then I can use the filter function to do that. I come over here and equals filter, open brackets. My array is this list over here, and what I want to include is anything in this status that equals to false. Close brackets. Hit enter key on your keyboard. Then you can see that Microsoft Excel is not yet finished. Microsoft Outlook is not yet finished. If it gets finished, then it updates automatically over here. If this one is not yet finished, it's added automatically over here. So when we've tried finish everything, you'll see the list updating automatically. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like or a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.